Hello students, in this video we are going to study about high latitudinal region. So we have already studied about low latitudinal and mid latitudinal region. Today we are going to study about high latitudinal region which covers the polar areas. All the polar areas in the north as well as south are going to be covered in the that is high latitudinal region. So basically the latitudinal extension is from 55 degrees to 65 degrees as it is shown in this book. The latitudinal extension is covered from 55 to 65. Okay. So the taiga, we are studying currently about the taiga or subarctic climate. Okay. Now taiga is a very cold region which is already covered with snow. Okay. So it is a forest or a cold subarctic region. It is also called as cold subarctic region. The subarctic is an area in the northern hemisphere that just lies south to the Arctic Circle. So it is in the northern hemisphere above the equator. Okay. The taiga lies between the tundra to the north and temperate forest to the south. So which are the places which we can see here? The places like Alaska, then Siberia, Bering Sea, Sea of Okhotsk, then Siberia. All these places have the type of taiga type of climate. Okay, Alaska, Canada, Siberia have the taiga type of climate. Now, what is the characteristic of taiga? The taiga is very cold climate which has harsh climate also. Okay, it has very low temperature. Very low temperature means in the the temperature in the summer is about 15 degrees to 20 degrees. Okay, and in the cold winters the temperature is below 0 degree, means below, it is in negative. Okay, means you can see that what will be the condition of coldness in such area. Okay, so as it is very cold, it is totally covered by snow. The precipitation is always in the form of snowfall. It is not in the form of rainfall. It is basically in the form of snowfall in the case of winters. Okay. Then the snow and the rain, because of very low temperature, the plants and the short growing trees are seen in this area. We have heavy cloud cover, high humidity, drizzle, fog, frost, cold winters, pole world. Westerlies in summer and strong polar anticyclone in winter, and as well as the continental location. So as the temperature is very low, the temperature is below 0 degrees Celsius, you can see lot of amount of fog, you can see lot of amount of frost as well as the drizzle in this area. So basically, if you see in taiga region, that is in the south region, the latitudinal location plays a very important role. So in which latitudinal location it comes? It comes in 55 to 65. So because of that is very low temperature, and as there is very low temperature, definitely the moisture holding capacity is going to be very less. Okay, and because of that there will be low rainfall, okay, of the air, leading to low rainfall. If the locations are away from sea, they are again deprived of moisture. If there is no sea available in the nearby area, then definitely the moisture in the air is going to be decreased. In southern hemisphere, few settlements exist and there is no permanent human settlement beyond this region. Okay, as the favorable climate is not present, it is totally unfavorable. The climate is very harsh, which is not suitable for animals, which is not suitable for plantation, agriculture. Because of that, there is no permanent settlement found beyond this region. Okay, very less amount of people stay here, and beyond this region means after this region comes the tundra region. Okay, after that comes the ice sheet region. Okay, so beyond these regions cannot find any type of human staying here. So which type of animals can you see? The animals which have a fur on them. Okay, heavy fur on them, such type of animals are seen here. Soil is totally acidic. Okay, it is very strongly acidic. Because of that you cannot cultivate anything on it, and because of snowfall also there is means agriculture is not carried out here. Okay, you can see coniferous forest in taiga area where you can get very soft and light wood. Okay, Coniferous forests are those forests which has the characteristic of single crop. A single type of tree can be seen in a large area amount. Okay. So basically coniferous forest has such type of trees which are very soft in wood and very light in weight. Okay. So hence these trees are cut down in large amount, and cutting down of trees and selling them or doing business with them is called as lumbering. Because of that, lumbering activity is also carried out in large amount. As animals are seen here and vegetation is not seen, the hunting activity is also carried out in taiga region. This is all about taiga region. Okay. Now the next region comes in high altitude, that is high latitudinal region, is tundra region. Okay. Now tundra region is also having a very low temperature. Okay. The extension of tundra region is from 60 to 90 degrees north. You can see the extension is from 65 to 90 degrees north. The Arctic area, the North America, the Greenland, the Eurasia, Antarctic Peninsula, and some polar islands are the part of the tundra climate. Okay, so it is only in the north direction that you may that should keep in mind. Okay, all these North Americas, Greenland, they are at the northern side near the poles. Okay, now just see, in summer temperature is around 10 degrees Celsius. It is very cold even in the summers. And in winters the temperature is from minus 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, it has very less evaporation, and thus evaporation takes place when the temperature is high, when the sun insolation is more. That time the evaporation is more. If the sun temperature is only 10 degrees Celsius, okay, in the summer, then there is no evaporation taking place, and precipitation, the rainfall, the precipitation be in the form of rainfall, it can be in the form of snowfall. So it is basically in the form of snowfall, which is 300 to 500 millimeters. Okay, as you can see, the temperature is in minus degrees. Definitely rain will never occur here. Water will be converted in snow, and only snowfall can be seen in this area. You can also see that this area is totally covered with fog. It has very strong winds and proximity to coast. Okay, even the anticyclone winds, they move near the permafrost. What is permafrost? It is the surface of the land which is totally covered by the snow or the ice throughout the year, permanently covered by the frost. And what are the vegetations you can see here? Vegetations are totally rare. Means you cannot see any type of vegetation. It is totally sparse. Okay. When the vegetation will be seen? Only when the ice will be melted. At that moment only the vegetation can be available. This area, the tundra region, is very high in mineral as well as in. Okay, as the temperature is very cold, you can see the animals, they are having very heavy fur on their body so that they can survive well in such a low temperature, in such a cold climate. Okay, so the polar bear, seal, walrus, these are the animals which can be seen in tundra region. As the vegetation agriculture is not done here, definitely the people will be engaged in hunting as well as fishing. Okay, so this is all about the tundra region. Let us read the next topic regarding tundra region. The tundra climate is very closer the poles. As I said, that once we started moving from the equator, now we are moving towards the pole. The high latitudinal region comes directly towards the pole. Tundra is more closer than the taiga region. Okay, the temperature ranges in the tundra are large, but not large than the taiga. So the temperature ranging in tundra is very large, but it is not more than taiga. You may have noticed that the winter temperature is not as severe as taiga. So in tundra, the winter temperature is also not much severe than taiga. Now, what is the reason behind this? Because tundra is more closer to the pole than taiga, then why the temperature in winter is not severe than taiga? What is the exact reason behind this? This is because if you see the map, you see the location of tundra, it is more closer to the sea. Okay, if you see the world map, the tundra is more closer to sea and taiga is away from the sea. Okay, it is not close to the ocean body. Okay, so because of this, the temperature are influenced by maritime location. Though this region experience daylight for almost 6 months, the day temperature are not even very high, and this is because the sun rays are oblique and little insolation is received. See, basically in these areas you can see that 6 months there is sunlight and 6 months there is totally night. Okay, but still the sun rays they cannot reach the sun rays on earth, they cannot reach more to the polar areas. The sun rays are totally perpendicular at the equator and it is maximum at the equator. But as you go towards the pole, the sun rays they are unable to reach and their accessibility is also very low towards the equator or towards the polar areas. Hence the polar areas are always colder as compared to the equatorial region. Now the last high latitudinal region is ice sheet. Okay. Now ice sheet is the ice cap which covers the land of Greenland and Antarctica. It is at the both poles. Okay, it is at the near yes, as well as the north hemisphere. It covers the area around the poles in both the hemisphere and this climate is most severe type of climate on the earth. The most severe, most coldest type of climate is seen in ice sheet. As you can see in the graph, all the average monthly temperatures are below zero. So you can see here, in this graph, here you have zero and everything is like -5, -10. You cannot see anything above zero. Okay, everything is below 0 degrees Celsius. The reason for low temperature is minimal insolation received by this region. As I said, when the sun rays are falling on the earth, the maximum amount of sun rays are fallen on equator and it gradually decreases, it moves towards the poles, okay, at both the poles. So because of that, very less exposure of sun or very less sunlight is received at the poles. There is and no insolation during half of the year. Insolation is received at oblique angles and the uh, perpetual snow cover reflects back the heat received. Okay, so whatever heat is received on this area, on the ice sheet, that ice reflects the sun rays back. So because of that, the sun rays cannot reach over here. Polar and anticyclone winds limit the precipitation. You cannot see any type of vegetation in this type of climate as the sunlight is not present. Photosynthesis activity cannot be carried out here and because of that there is lack of vegetation. Even in summers the temperature is below the freezing point. So in the summer also you can see the temperature totally low. Hence you cannot cultivate or see any type of plants over here as well as human settlements over here. The warmest month is below 0 degree. Means in the summer season also the temperature is below zero. The precipitation is always high than evaporation. As the rays are not available, the evaporation cannot be taken place. Hence the precipitation is there in the form of snow. All months average below freezing world's coldest temperature. So ice sheet covers world's coldest temperature. Okay, it is extremely severe climate of the whole earth. Extremely more precipitation is form of snow. Year-round influence of the polar anticyclone ice cover. Okay, so it is totally full of ice. It is covered by snow, and because of that, there is no vegetation at all. Because you cannot see the soil, there is no exposure of the soil. Hence, you cannot see any type of vegetation. No exposed soil is there, hence plants cannot be grown. Only thing which you can see is sea life, the water marine animals like fish, okay, whales. So such type of things you can see here and the aquatic birds. So still the scientists are working on this area. There is a lot of research going on as it is rich with mineral and other resources. The scientists are looking after it and scientific exploration in this area is carried out in nowadays period. Okay. So these are all about high latitudinal region. So in this video we have studied about taiga, tundra as well as ice sheet. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe the channel.